We do meditation now. Now, you join me to invoke the name of teacher 3 times. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. The topic I want to talk to you today is also about the practice of Buddhism. You know how important is the practice of Buddhism. There's one saying, if you practice without study, like you have a blind faith, like so sometimes you go to the superstition, and in Buddhism we don't practice superstition or idolatry. It's an intelligent faith. But if you study without practice, sometimes didn't give you a good result. A lot of time, the person who study a lot, that person become arrogant. Okay, he or she thought, I know a lot, but really they just know superficially. That lead to false result. There are many good examples of that. If you read about the story about one American monk in California and the 10,000 Buddha temple, his name is Henshu. Okay? He's a white man. He's a highly educated. He have a master degree and he comes from a very rich family, very wealthy family. His father is a Catholic, practicing Catholic, and he's a lawyer. But for some reason, he get in Buddhism. He loved Buddhism, he become a monk. They say that he was in the way to go to do the shopping for his wedding with his fiancée, okay? When he go by the temple, 10,000 Buddha temple, suddenly he changed his mind. He tell his fiancée that, I don't want to get married anymore. I want to be a monk. It shocked her. It shocked her, his father too. He said, you cannot be, you come from a wealthy family, a Catholic family, and have no reason you become Buddhist. I said, no, Dad, I want to be a monk. That's my vocation. And he apologized to his fiancée, said, no, I don't want to get married. I want to become a monk. And the teacher at that temple is a Chinese monk. He's a very good monk. He gave a challenge to the American young man. He said, you're American, you're educated, and I don't know you have the will to become a monk. So let me try you to see if you can be a monk or not. He said, what's the challenge? He said, you go 3 steps, you bow down. He said, it's not difficult. He said, no, but from San Francisco to Seattle, 1,900 miles. So he said, yeah, I take the challenge. So he took it. After 3 steps, he bowed down. It took him 3 years to go from San Francisco to Seattle. He go with another man, an English man, is a white man too. Both of them, they do it. And people thought that he's crazy. He said, why 3 steps you bow down? He said, no, I didn't bow down to Buddha, I didn't practice idolatry. I bow down to myself, to my true self, to my Buddha nature, to my Sangha, to my Dharma, my Sangha, to myself. I keep bowing. And it's a nice thing about that. His teacher, the Chinese teacher, he can read mind, They said he have one of the few power that he can read mind. So every time Henshu needs something, he's there. on the way there. Okay, he said one time he bounced so much, his pants had torn out, and he was very painful for his knee. So he wished, he said, if I can have a pair of jeans, so I can bow down, keep the way he bow down. Sure enough, he go to one of the dumpster. He find a pair of jeans his size. He said everything he needed. He just think about his mind, he get it. Because he's a teacher, can read his mind and give to him. Let's say that the practice is important. Another example is recently two Tibetan monks. Okay, they are brother in the school, one of the temple. One young guy, he's very smart. He go to school, he study a lot. She have a geshe degree, okay? And them have Lara geshe. Geshe degree like a master degree in Buddhist study, okay? And Lara geshe like a PhD degree. So that guy, he become very arrogant, okay? He come back to see his brother. He practiced in a small temple. He said, I feel sorry for you, brother. You're not trying yourself to educate yourself, to advance yourself. I have a Lara geshe degree. I'm the assistant to the Dalai Lama. I feel sorry for you. He said, okay, you're young, you're aggressive, you study. I'm just the regular old monk. I practice, that's all I do. I practice with sincerity, with the devotion. So that's it. But in the temple, like Quang practice, early in the morning, they wake up early in the morning. They call it night chanting. And it's, usually in our tradition, we get up at 4 in the morning and we start chanting at about 4:30. In here, I'm believing I take easy because Quang he still have to work, so he chant about 5 in the morning. Okay, every morning at 5 in the morning, not about 4 or 3:30. It's too early for him, and it's very rough for him if you go to work. So the other monk, the young monk, he didn't get up because he's a scholar. So he said, no, he didn't do it. So the brother, he get up every morning. So when he chanted, and the other young monk, he get up, he go out to the shrine, he see the brother chanting, but around him a lot of light, illumination like a halo. So he gets scared. He thought maybe this brother have a magical power. So in the morning he asked him, he said, do you have a magical power? He said, no, I'm a single monk. I have no power. I chant with devotion, with sincerity. And something happened, I don't know. But they have many stories in Buddhism, even now, many people, even at home, they chant with fervor, with sincerity. Some illumination appeared. Okay? Because human body, we have that electricity, electrical power. And somebody know, somebody go to the cemetery, okay? You see at night, sometimes in the tomb, they have a light come out. Sometimes they said, oh, that's the phosphorus, that's something, that chemical, something they go out. But many times they observe that from the tomb, from the graveside of the dead people, they have light to get out at night. That's the energy, okay? So if you chant with sincerity, with devotion, a lot of people, they have that energy. So that monk have energy. And they say that in many times, the people, they chant the Amitabha Sutra. They chant for years and years. They can visualize, they can visualize, they see the Buddha and the assistant, and around them, they have illumination, the halo. They didn't see it, but the other people see it because it appeared in their body. They generate that energy. Okay, so that monk. So what say now? The practice is so important. It's very important because you know that, and Quang been helping all of you about the meditation. But think about that. Think about the teaching of Buddha. What Buddha teach you? He said that the first thing you do, listening, that means reading or listening to the teacher, or reading, get the information, the data. But the most important thing is the reflection. You have to reflect what you study. So what the meditation lead you to concentration. Concentration lead you to wisdom. Okay? Without concentration, you don't have wisdom. Okay? So everything you study, you need to concentrate. You need to contemplate it. You need to complete what you study. You concentrate it. You go back, try to find your true self. That's the goal of a meditation. It's not the method you can sit, cross-leg, you can sit, lotus position, semi-lotus position. That doesn't matter. You don't tame your body, you tame your mind. You try to concentrate, you try to single point concentration. You try to concentrate. That way you can go back to your true self. If you go back to your true self, it takes time. But if you go back to your true self, that's your success. And that's the meaning of that's the goal of a meditation. There's nothing else. They have different way of meditation, different, but all of them lead you to concentration. And concentration leads you to wisdom. If you cannot concentrate, you have no wisdom. Okay? So concentration is so important. Okay? No matter what kind of meditation you're doing, you practice concentration. So the practice is very important. Okay? Some people, they believe it. They just study like the mundane way. Okay? They study, they go book, they go to literature, they study. That helps them. You have some knowledge, but doesn't mean you're a practitioner. Practitioner, you have to combine it. You have to combine the study with the practice. The practice is more important. The practice is 3/4 of the importance. The study only 1/4. So you study to help you practice, but the main goal is to practice it. So become true practitioner, you need to practice it. You need to practice. The people in the 10,000 Buddha temple, they practice seriously. The Chinese teacher, they teach them, but the way to practice is very difficult for us. They don't sleep. They sit down, sleep. They sit up to sleep. They don't lie down. They never lie down all their life. And they eat only one meal a day. They call the noon time from 11 to 1. That's the time they're eating. They didn't eat breakfast. Only one time a day only. They didn't eat supper. After that, they didn't drink. I see many of them. It's admirable. And they study, and they practice and practice. And Henshaw now, he become a very good monk. He's an American monk, but he speaks fluently Chinese now. He can do Dharma teaching in Chinese. It's amazing, amazing how good he is. Okay, and if you have a chance to come by that temple, you see him. It's admirable how we practice, how we do it. I think he's been monk for over 40 years already. Okay, but it's extremely good monk. That's the practice. And the other monk, the English monk, he get out. Okay, now he want to come back. Henshaw tell him he start from the bottom again, become novice again. The other monk, he done not. He said he want to go back like the same position. He get out. Henshaw said, no, you have to start over. That's the rule. That's the Buddha's rule. It's not his rule. Start from the beginning. The other monk, he didn't want to do that, so he's out. Okay. He's now a lay person, but he's been the same promotion as Henshaw, but Henshaw stay. Henshaw keep practicing, and so the practice thing about the only thing you do, the practice is very, very important. Practice daily. It doesn't take long, maybe half an hour a day, maybe 50 minutes, quality time. But you practice it. It helps you. It has a more benefit than anything. You keep studying. I didn't say you don't need to study. You need to study. But the study only part of the practice only. The practice more important. 3/4 of your time. That's the practice. And think about meditation. What's meditation? That's the practice of concentration. You need to focus, you need to concentrate. If you know how to concentrate it, you will develop the wisdom. You know the difference between intelligence and wisdom. Intelligence very limited, limit in time and in place. Okay, you now you're intelligent 21st century, but what about 25th century? The people in 25th century they look at us and said, "We're not that intelligent. We're not that clever. We can match them." 25th century, and place. You're in America, you're intelligent. You're born in Africa, you're not that intelligent. In Asia, you're not that intelligent. Because in here, the environment is good for study. So you're really good. You have more intelligence than the other people. That doesn't mean they are not mentally or they're not as smart as we are. But the environment they live, they don't have the exposure. So they don't have the capability like we have it. But the wisdom have no limit. So if you practice, you develop the wisdom. They say that some people, they're wise, they're very wise. They don't go to school, they're very wise. They are wisdom, okay? We go to school, we are smart, we're intelligent, but sometimes we are fool too, okay? Sometimes a lot of people, they're very intelligent, but on the same token, they're very dumb. They do something very, very stupid. Even they are intelligent, so-called intelligent, but they act by stupidity. They have no wisdom. So think about that. Think about the practice. That's your life, you know. If you want to become a good Buddhist practitioner, think about the practice. Think about meditation. Meditate every day, okay? You develop the awareness, the mindfulness. You do that, you advance it. It's not only the time when you sit down to meditate, you do everything you can meditate. You eat, you take a bath, you're driving, you do everything. You can meditate. You think about good things, but that's the part of meditation. Not only just sit down and do that. Every time you do everything, practice awareness and mindfulness. If you practice mindfulness, awareness, you are on the path of meditation. Okay? So practice and practice. Practice make it good. Any skill, you know. You play martial art, for example, you have to practice to develop it. Some people, you know, they first study martial art, they get black belt. Oh, they're so proud, they think they realize something. So I told them, when you get black belt, that means you just finished kindergarten. I tell them, they didn't believe it. I said, martial art, that life training. It's a dedication. It's not black belt. You can go to 10-degree black belt at the highest, you're still learning. Many of my teachers, they are 10-degree black belt. One of my teachers, he's a Japanese army from the Navy, from the Japanese Navy. He practiced all his life until he's 1960 and practiced. Another teacher I have, Korean man, he's the founder of Kuksuon, the Korean art. He 10-degree black belt. He's still practicing. He never stopped it. So, you know, even at that level, they still practicing. You see, all the high monk, they still practicing. All the Buddha, they are practicing. You listen in the sutra, these Buddha, they still practicing. Now, right now, we're practicing, they are practicing. Because that's the way it should be. Okay? So keep practicing, keep progressing. And in Buddhism, Buddha says something you need to remember. Help yourself first before you can help the people. How you help yourself? By studying, by improving yourself, self-improvement. If you can improve yourself, make yourself better every day, that means you help yourself. After you help yourself become better, you can turn around, help the other people. but we cannot help the other people. We are not better ourselves. So he said that help yourself first before you can help the other people. Some people said, oh, I'm a monk, I can help. No, it's wrong. Monk is still a student too. Monk and nun, we still student. We student of a Buddha. Our main, our fundamental teacher is Sakyamuni Buddha. We start learning from him. We all student of him. So we keep learning, keep practicing. That's the goal of our practice. I hope that all of us will remember that. Remember to improve ourselves, help ourselves before trying to help the other people. You want to help your children, you need to help yourself because you are what? You are the example. The father is a good example. The mother is a good example. The children, they learn from the parents. Empty talk, do nothing. That's the example of your life. Okay. Sometimes we tell them a lot of good things. We don't do it. They know it. They're pretty intelligent. They see it. They said that's hypocrisy. They said, oh, my dad told me don't drink. He drink in front of me. And so the teaching is a failure there. He said, oh, then gamble. But he gathered his friend and play poker in front of me or go to Las Vegas to play. And he tell me not to gamble. And you're gambling. Okay. He tell me not to be faithful to your wife, to your lover, but he cheat my mother. It's not a good example. So that's the things we need to do. Need to practice, need to help ourselves so we can help all the people. That's the teaching of our Buddha. Okay? That's my talk today at the practice. I hope for all of, including myself, we need to try. We need to try. We're not perfect. None of us, we are perfect, but we try to improve ourselves daily, gradually, become better. That's the only thing we can do, okay? If I have any question, I try to answer your question. So keep doing meditation every day, okay? Every day, do it. Because I see Quang doing every day, meditation, that's very good. And keep doing it. Somebody try to get in something. So if you have no question, we transfer the merit and we go chanting. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Any positive reaction we accomplished today, you want to transfer to everybody in wisdom, the alignment. You go to general practice. Inviting the bell.
Bodhi and mind in perfect oneness, I sing my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Listen, listen, this wonderful sound brings me back to my true home.
Incense offering.
In gratitude we offer this incense to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas throughout space and time. May it be fragrant as earth herself, reflecting our careful efforts, our wholehearted mindfulness, and the fruit of understanding slowly ripening. May we and all beings be companions of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May we awaken from forgetfulness and realize our true home. The incense in the sense now is burning all the Dharma around in every place. Auspicious clouds appearing, our sincere intention thus fulfilling, as all Buddhas now show their perfect body. Homage to the incense cloud canopy, Bodhisattva and great Bodhisattvas.
Verses for Maui.
Homage to the eternally abiding Buddha, the supreme Dharma, and sagely Shankara throughout the Dharma realm and the realm of empty space and 3 periods of time. Homage to the fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha, Maitreya, honored future Buddha, Manjushri, great wisdom Bodhisattva, universal great conduct Bodhisattva, all Dharma guarding Deva Bodhisattva, and the magic mountain assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Homage to Abhidhamma Buddha in the land of ultimate bliss, Avalokiteshvara, compassion Bodhisattva, great training Bodhisattva, first or great vow Bodhisattva, and the assembly of great pure sea light Bodhisattvas.
You see them? Read compassion mantra. Repeat compassion mantra with 1,000 in and 1,000 anger, and you run like this.
Namo Ratnataya, Namo Avalokitesvaraya, Bodhisattvaya, Mahasattvaya, Mahakarunikaya, Om Sarvabhavati, Sudhavasasya, Namasrivanamaya, Avalokitesvaraya, Namo Niraganta, Sri Mahavatashami, Sarvasata Shubham, Ashiyo, Sarvasattva Namo Tassava Namo Bhagavate Yata Om Avalokite Garati Ishiri Mahabodhisattva Sabo Sabo Maramahara Mashi Mashi Vidayu Guru Guru Gami Guru Guru Vashyati Mahavashyati Dara Diri Sharaya Jara Jara Mahamahara Mudalehi Shina Shina Palashim Palashari Vashashim Parashaya Guru 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 Shri Sarasara Siri Siri Suru Suru Bodhaya 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 Maitreya Ninakansa Yasarana Mayamane Svaha Siddhaya Svaha Mahasiddhaya Svaha Siddhaya Ye Svaraya Svaha Nilakanti Svaha Pranila Svaha Shri Siva Mukaya Svaha Sarva Mahasasnaya Svaha Chakra Asnaya Svaha Padma Yeshaya Svaha Nilakante Mantaraya Svaha Bodhishankaraya Svaha Namo Ratnatrayaya Namo Arya Avalokite Shamaraya Svaha Om Siddhantu Vajravataya Svaha. The Dharma body is bringing morning light in concentration. My heart is happy, a half smile is born on my lips. This is a new day, and I vow to go through it in mindfulness. The sun of wisdom has risen, shining in every direction. Noble Chandra, diligently bring your mind into meditation. Namo Shakya through ignorance awakening our hearts and our minds unto Sri the Bodhisattva of great understanding, to whom we bow with gratitude. Walking mindfully, working joyfully, for the sake of all beings, Samantabhadra, the Bodhisattva of great action, to whom we bow with gratitude. Responding to suffering, serving beings in countless ways, Abbot, Thich, the Bodhisattva of great compassion, to whom we bow with gratitude. Seed of awakening and loving kindness in children, sprouts, and all beings, Maitreya, the Buddha, to be born, to whom we bow with gratitude. Showing the way fearlessly and compassionately, the stream of all our ancestral teachers, to whom we bow with gratitude. The Dharma is deep and lovely. We now have a chance to see it and practice it. We vow to realize its true meaning. Of the Pranaparamita, the Bodhisattva Avalokita, while moving in the deep course of perfect understanding, shed light on the five skandhas and found them equally empty. After this penetration, he overtly being essentially neutral, for his emptiness. Emptiness is for is not other than emptiness. Emptiness is not other than forness. Shame is true with feelings, perceptions, mental formation, and consciousness. Essentially neutral, all darkness are marked with emptiness. They are neither produced nor destroyed, neither defiled nor immaculate, neither increasing nor decreasing. Therefore, in emptiness there is neither form nor feelings, nor perception, nor mental formation, nor consciousness, no eye or ear or nose or tongue or body or mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realms of elements, no interdependent origin, Arahate, Arasangate, Bodhisattva.
Invoking the Bodhisattva's name,
We invoke your name, Abbot, Jesus Christ. We aspire to learn your way of listening in order to help relieve the suffering in the world. You know how to listen in order to understand. We invoke your name in order to practice listening with all our attention and open heartedness. We will sit and listen without any prejudice. We will sit and listen without judging or reacting. We will sit and listen in order to understand. We will sit and listen so attentively that we will be able to hear what the other person is saying and also what is being unsaid. We know that just by listening deeply, we already alleviate a great deal of pain and suffering in the other person. We invoke your name, Manjushri. We aspire to learn your way, which is to be still and to look deeply into the heart of things and into the hearts of people. We will look with all our attention and open heartedness. We will with unprejudiced eyes. We will look without judging or reacting. We will look deeply so that we will be able to see and understand the roots of suffering through the impermanent and selfless nature of all that is. We will practice your way of using the sword of understanding to cut through the bonds of suffering, thus freeing ourselves and other species. We invoke your name, Shamantabhadra. We aspire to practice your vow to act with the eyes and heart of compassion, to bring joy to one person in the morning and to ease the pain of one person in the afternoon. We know that the happiness of others is our own happiness, and we aspire to practice joy on the path of service. We know that every word, every look, every action, and every smile can bring happiness to others. We know that if we practice wholeheartedly, we ourselves may become an inexhaustible source of peace and joy for our loved ones and for all species. We invoke your name, Tirtha. We aspire to learn your way of being present where there is darkness, suffering, oppression, and despair, so we can bring light, hope, relief, and liberation to those places. We are determined not to forget about or abandon those in desperation.
the three refugees. I
Take refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and of love. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community that lives in harmony and awareness. Dwelling in the refuge of Buddha, I clearly see the path of light and beauty in the world. Dwelling in the refuge of Dharma, I learn to open many doors on the path of transformation. Dwelling in the refuge of Sangha, shining light that supports me, keeping my practice free of obstruction. Taking refuge in the Buddha, in myself, I aspire to help all people recognize their own awakened nature, realizing the mind of love, taking refuge in the Dharma, in myself. I aspire to help all people fully master the ways of practice and walk together on the path of liberation. Taking refuge in the Sangha, in myself, I aspire to help all people build more full community, to embrace all beings and support their transformation.
shall read the Mary, reciting
the sutras, practicing the way of awareness, gives rise to benefits without limit. We vow to share the fruits with all beings. We vow to offer tribute to parents, teachers, friends, numerous beings who give guidance and support all